They're on their way.
Let them in. Yeah.
Woo!
Wait, no, that's not. What's the Jurassic Park theme? How's it go? There we go.
That's it. I don't know the rest.
There's more. I mean, it's a John Williams soundtrack. Hi guys, welcome. We're here. It's 3 p.m. on the East Coast. It is noon on the West Coast, somewhere in between. If you're in between, happy daylight savings. My name is Dustin. I'm here with my esteemed co-hostess Kristina. We're gonna get started in about 2 minutes. We want to make sure we have time for everyone to trickle in. I will say in these first couple minutes, as you're getting ready, you might want to grab something to write or draw or even paint with, because there may be some options to actually get involved in a little bit of dino art, but we'll cover that in a little bit.
Going to Dino 101, welcome back. I am seeing some familiar names and faces. If we know you from last spring, welcome back.
Yeah.
Wow. If it is your first time at Dinoventures, first time seeing us talking about dinos on your screen, welcome. We're gonna have a great time. Whether you're a new face or a familiar face, we'll tell you what to expect, and it's gonna be great.
This is also a good time for you to show off to your parents and show them how much more you know about dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures than they do. Because it seems to me that you guys, and then me and Kristina, know a lot about dinosaurs, but most adults don't know as much as we all do. So I'm excited to nerd out with you guys today.
Especially collectively. Put all of our dino knowledge together. We're basically a whole museum.
Yeah. And that's how science works. It's never by itself. You work with other scientists. You try to get as much information as possible. You all come together, you share it, and then you build Jurassic Park, right? That's how this works.
And then by the end, we'll have a Jurassic Park. Great idea.
Guys,
never backfired.
Let's see, we have a lot of friends in the chat. Iris is here, and Marco is here, and Joe is here, and Jude is here. Ranch is here, Sandra, Ethan, Vedyan, Kaylin, Eugene, so many new friends. I'm very excited.
It's true.
Kristina,
I got a thumbs up from Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Ethan's waving. Hi, Ethan.
There's a Sasha Growick entering.
You guys, my sister is in this room right now, so I'm gonna have to be on my best behavior because I want to model good dino behavior for my sister.
And your nephew, right?
Well, yeah, both of my nephews. They are 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2 of them. They're in there. Wait, I think I see someone wearing a mask that has. It's not dino. Oh, it's a Frozen mask. Eugene. I thought it was a dinosaur mask, but it's a Frozen mask. That's allowable too. All right, it is. Actually, Kristina, I was about to say it's 3:03, but I think a lot of our friends in this room right now are in California on the West Coast, so it's noon 03 for them.
Noon 03. Well, say hi to California for me. I'm in New York now, but I am from California. Just wave at the sunshine.
That is true. Kristina's from Los Angeles. I'm from Ohio originally. That's where I am right now. But usually Kristina and I are both in New York City. And this is a good segue to introduce ourselves. Hi, guys. My name is Dustin. I am a huge dinosaur nerd. I make a lot of dinosaur content on the internet. If you have not been to youtube.com/The Dinosaur Show, you can see all the dinosaur nerder you want whenever. I'm really excited to be able to nerd out with you guys and learn a bunch about dinosaurs over the next few Sundays. But I couldn't do that without you guys, and I could not do that without Kristina. So Kristina, you have a very specific science degree, which I think is going to come in handy for us.
I do. I studied geology, which is how does our planet work and how does it change over time and how can we tell? So that helps us answer questions like what kind of environment were the dinos living in? What happened to them? How do we find fossils? And how do we tell people about them? So I am here for that. And I am also a teacher. So I'll translate for you the history of this awesome planet in a way we can all get down with.
Cool. You guys, we're going to talk a lot about all sorts of things related to dinosaurs. Kristina just mentioned a bunch, like what is a dinosaur? How do we know they existed? How does a dinosaur turn into a fossil? Why and how did they go extinct? Are there any dinosaurs alive now? But before we get into all that, I'm curious to know, because you guys are clearly dinosaur lovers if you're here, we're going to do a lot of polls, which is basically just asking you guys questions. So we, and by we, I mean me and Kristina, we're curious to know Not necessarily which is your favorite dinosaur, because we're going to figure that out as we go through each weekend. But we just kind of want to know at this point, which is your favorite group of dinosaurs? So I'm going to share my screen. And just so we have a little bit of a context here, these are some different groups of dinosaurs. These aren't the scientific terms, but I think they're grouped well this way. We got the long boys up in the top left. Those are sauropods. Right under that, the frilled ones like Triceratops. They got the big frill and the horns. We got spiky ones like Stegosaurus. In the middle on the top, we have duckies like the duck-billed hadrosaurs like Parasaurolophus. Under that, we have two groups that aren't technically dinosaurs. We'll get to that in a little bit. We got the flying ones like Pteranodon, Pterodactyl. Swimming animals lived at the same time as dinosaurs like plesiosaurs and mosasaurs. And then our right column, the top right, we got the speedy ones like Gallimimus. Under that, ones I like to call birdie, kind of like birds, like Velociraptor, for instance. And then the last but not least, in the bottom right, we got the large bitey boys like T-Rex and Spinosaurus. So I'm going to launch our very first poll. And I just want you guys to tell us which of these is your favorite group. You don't have to tell us your favorite dinosaur yet. I'm just curious to know kind of where people's love and allegiance lies. Kristina, I think I know your answer, but I'm curious if you could tell everyone what your favorite group is.
My favorite group is the long dinosaurs, also known as the sauropods, the absolutely gigantic ones with long necks and tails, and they just eat plants. Like, that's the biggest things to ever walk on the land on this planet. Just munching on leaves. They're my favorite.
Just eating and just eating and eating. And I can relate
to their life. Yeah.
That's what Sundays are for. We have a fair amount of votes for the speedy boys, as well as the swimmy ones and the flying ones. Interesting.
Dustin, if you had to choose,
I might go with the birdie boys. And we got a lot of votes for the large bitey ones. I'll tell you why a little bit later. I'm going with the birdie boys, but for now, let me share this poll so you guys can see how everyone voted. Democracy is very important. You guys will learn that as you get older. So we have a lot of votes. I think 5 votes for the large bitey boys, the most popular group. Got a lot of swimmy and speedy and flying friends too.
Yeah, I like the spread here. And I wonder if this will change as we learn more about dinos.
Ooh, that's a really good question. That's why I didn't do specific favorites, like specific species, just kind of groups to kind of see where people are at.
Sandra in the chat has already changed the vote. Never mind, it's birdie now.
It's birdie now. Nice, thank you. I appreciate that, Sandro. All right, you guys, speaking of specific dinosaurs, every single Dinoventures that we do, we're going to have a dino of the day, which I'm about to introduce in a second. And so what we're going to do is after I introduce this, during the course of our 45 minutes to an hour or so together, if you want to, we will task you to draw the dino of the day. You can use a pen and paper, you can use pencil, you can use colored pencils, you can use watercolor. If you're some sort of amazing digital artist and want to draw it on your computer or iPad, that's cool too. However you choose, if you choose, we ask you to draw the dino of the day. And at the end of our time together, we're going to go around the room and you guys are going to hold up your drawings and we're going to go around and do a little paleo art gallery to see everyone's rendition of the dino of the day. Kristina, are you ready for the dino of the day?
Can't wait.
Guess what? Spoiler alert, you guys have already all seen it because it's literally on my shirt. If we're going to do a whole series of hangouts about dinosaurs, we got to start with the king, the undisputed king of the dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus Rex. You guys might know T-Rex from Jurassic Park, but I wanted to show you a couple other images of T-Rex because the more we learn about it, we're now figuring out that these guys probably had some level of feathers. So if you look at this drawing, you can see a little bit of like downy tufts and almost, we call them proto feathers coming off the top of its head here. Some other illustrations put a lot more feathers on it, like these ones back on the tail, top of its head again. I really like this one, completely covered in little fluff. These are just some examples of T-Rex images I found online. You guys can draw whatever T-Rex you want, wherever you want it, doing whatever you want. Oh, and just so you know, I'm contractually obligated, which means I have to legally always show people when we're talking about dinosaurs, what a baby T-Rex probably looked like. Yes, very cute. That is, some of you guys, your reactions were great. I love its little teethies.
This is my face every time. Oh.
If you want to draw a baby, you can draw a baby. But I think today, our dino of the day is a big adult T-Rex. You'll notice in a lot of the images we use, you'll see a person or something in there for scale. What I mean by that is when it's just the dino, this image right here, this thing could be the size of a cat or it could be the size of a school bus. So when you put a person or something that's recognizable next to it, you can kind of have a better idea how big that animal is. So if you want to put something for scale, like a person or a car or a cat next to your T-Rex, awesome. All right, that is our dino of the day. Kristina, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to see these drawings in about 45
Oh, just sipping from my T-Rex mug.
Oh,
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm always blown away by the paleo art that kids and grown-ups alike are able to create over the course of however long we spend together, whether it's just the next 40 minutes. So can't wait to see what you create.
I noticed in the chat, Kristina, you mentioned, you guys, if at any point you have questions or comments or just want to tell us cool stuff, put it in the chat. If we see it while we're talking, we might bring it up and ask you. If not, we're going to get to all of our questions towards the end as well, because as scientists, questions are more important than answers. We're always trying to learn more. All right. Are you guys ready for our first game? Kristina's ready. So you guys, we're going to start every one of these with a dino of the day. We already introduced T-Rex. And then the second thing we're going to do is play a game that we call Dino or Not a Dino. Now, here's how this is going to work. I have a list on my paper right here of 10 different animals, some of which are actual real dinosaurs, some of which I totally made up. So on my list of 10, some are real dinos, some I made up. And the job of the person who plays is to try to figure out which ones are the real ones and which ones are the fake ones. Now, because this is our first time together, we're going to have Kristina play so you guys can get an idea of how this works. But please, either in the chat or just simply with a thumbs up or thumbs down, help Kristina out to try to figure out which of these are real dinosaurs and which ones are fake dinosaurs. And then next week, one of you guys are going to be in Kristina's place playing Dino or Not a Dino. Kristina, you look nervous. Are you ready?
I am. I'm not usually the contestant in this situation, so I'm really, really going to need all of your help to show me, yes, that's a dino, or no, that's not a dino. I'll be looking at the gallery. I trust you all.
I think we got some smart dinosaur scientists. Dinosaur scientists, if you're ready to help Kristina out, can I get a thumbs up? You have dinosaur scientists ready? All right, we got a lot of scientists ready. There's lots of thumbs. All right, Kristina, here we go. 10 animals. Some are dinosaurs, some are not. Dino or Not a Dino. Are you ready to dig in? Dig like fossils? All right, here we go. Animal number 1, Eocursor.
Eocursor.
Now, I can also spell these if you'd like. And I should mention for the adults listening, there's a theme for the not dinos. And if you can figure that out, we're going to send you 1,000 internet high fives. Kristina, the first animal, Eocursor.
I think internet high fives are Bitcoin. I see thumbs down from Tony and Kaylin and Jude and Sandro and Joe and Sammy are in the chat. Eocursor, not a dino. James agrees.
Eocursor, not a dino. Guess what, Kristina? Eocursor is actually a dinosaur.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
Listen, these are tough. And if you don't believe me, guess what, guys? This is what Eocursor look like. This is a tiny little dino called Eocursor. It's from South Africa. It's only about the size of a cat. And I wanted to start with this one because we think of dinosaurs like T-Rex and Brontosaurus as these huge animals, and they were. But there were a lot of dinosaurs that were pretty small, size of a bird or a cat. And so we don't want to forget about these guys. Also, they lived all over the world. This one's from South Africa. So that is Eocursor. Kristina, you're 0 for 1. That's okay. Keep on going. Animal number 2, Elmonix.
Elmonix.
Elmonix. E-L-M-O, Elmo, N-Y-X, Elmonix. Is it a dinosaur?
I see a thumbs up from Natalie and Vedyan.
Vedyan has a thumbs up. Kaylin has a thumbs up.
Sandro. Jude is commit. You're showing me.
We're not sure.
I'm gonna say that one is a dino.
Kristina, you're 0 for 2. That's not a dinosaur. Elmonix is not a dinosaur. I made that one up. Listen, these are tough.
Okay.
We're learning new dinos along the way.
We're all learning together.
We are. Number 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
Telmatosaurus. Telmatosaurus.
Telmatosaurus. I'm leaning yes, dino.
You're leaning yes, okay.
I'm leaning yes, dino.
Sandro says yes.
Yeah. Mitch agrees. I'm gonna say yes, a dino.
Let's share the screen and find out. Telmatosaurus is a dinosaur. It's a medium-sized duck-billed hadrosaur. This one's from Romania in Europe. We don't even know how big it was, but this is actually, yes, a real dinosaur. You got one right. You're 1 and 2. Woohoo!
Wait.
You guys see, this is tough. One of you guys are going to be in the hot seat next week. Animal number 4, Procountops. 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 Kaylin's like, nah. She doesn't think so.
Kaylin, I trust you on this one. Vedyan as well. Marco agrees, not a dino. Everett and Amelia, yeah, not a dino.
You're right. Procountops is not a dinosaur. Good job. You're 2 for 2 down. Next, Helioceratops.
Helioceratops. Oh, that one sounds like it likes the sun, maybe. Jude and Ethan are saying yes. Yes, that's a dino.
That is correct. Helioceratops is a dinosaur. Let me show you a cool picture of it. It's a little guy related to Triceratops, much smaller than Triceratops, but you can see some of it. It's frill. This was actually found in China. They've got those cool little bristles on their back. Helioceratops means basically like sun face, spiky sun face, which is it's a cool name, spiky sun face.
Wow, what a nice thing to be known for.
All right, you're 3 and 2. You're halfway there. You're doing well. Next, Bertonicus. Bertonicus. Anyone? Tony says no.
I see so many thumbs down. I see so many emphatic thumbs down. That's not a dino.
You're right. That is not a dinosaur. Bertonicus is not a dinosaur. You're now 4 and 2. Doing great. Next, this is a crazy name. Maxicallisaurus.
Maxicallisaurus.
Not Cali like California, not CALI, but KALI. MAXAKALI-saurus. Maxicallisaurus.
I'm thinking about what the most Californian dinosaur would be like the zinc on the nose, like a lifeguard, sunglasses. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go with Ethan and Sandra's yes. Thumbs up. Maxicallisaurus, yes.
You're absolutely right. It is a tiny sauropod. And by tiny, I mean, we think of Brontosaurus as pretty big, right? Maxicallisaurus is a medium-sized sauropod, one of the long neck dinosaurs. This one was found in Brazil. That is an actual real dinosaur. Kristina, you're doing great. After a rough start, you're doing
I couldn't do it alone. Couldn't do it alone. Good job, gallery.
You're gonna need some help for these last 3. Right now, you've gotten 5 right, 2 wrong. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Add 3 more. 7 plus 3 equals 10. We got 3 left. Next, Archaeornis. Archaeornis.
Marco's extremely
Mitch is emphatically going down.
Mitch says no. No, so much no in this chat. Tony agrees it's a no. No.
That is correct. Archaeornis is not a dinosaur. Number 9. Daspletosaurus.
Yes.
Ooh, Natalie has a thumbs up.
Natalie, I trust you.
Everett's got Vedyan. You're going yes?
That's
a yes or no? I need a final answer.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Boom. Daspletosaurus. It's a medium-sized Canadian theropod. Think of like a T-Rex / Allosaurus mix. Somewhere in between there. Pretty cool looking dude. All right. So that is, let's see. You have now gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was number 9. Whew. One more, Kristina, to get a solid B. 8 out of 10. Our last dinosaur's name, you guys, she's going to need help with this one. Snuffleupagosaurus.
Help.
Does anyone know if Snuffleupagosaurus is a dinosaur?
Joe says no. Vedyan says no. It can't be. No.
That is correct. Snuffleupagosaurus is not a dinosaur. Kristina and all of our dino scientists, you guys have won the game. We've won the game. We got 8 out of 10. But I'm curious to know from anyone that's listening, do you know what the theme for the not dinosaurs were? They were Elmonix, Procountops, Bertonicus, Archaeornis, and then Snuffleupagosaurus. What is the theme for today's not dinosaurs? Marco's got it. Vedyan's got it. Kristina, do you know what it is?
I do. I do know. Yeah, those were Sesame Street characters.
Those were all
Those aren't dinos. Those are Sesame Street characters. You thought you could bamboozle us.
You guys, that is a fun game we're going to play every single week. Ideally, well, next week, one of you guys are going to play. There are over 700 named dinosaur species. And even if you're a dinosaur expert, you don't know all of them. And so every time I make up this game, I find out new ones. So I'm excited to share them with you guys. Like, what's a cooler name than Maxicallisaurus?
I love it. As a Californian,
I
know it doesn't refer to that, but I like the sound of it.
All right, so you guys clearly know a fair amount about dinosaurs, which is pretty good. But I think we should step back for a second, because if we're going to meet every Sunday and hang out and talk about dinosaurs, Kristina, I think that we should probably be able to identify a dinosaur when we see it. Like, we should know exactly what a dinosaur is, because like today, there are a bunch of different groups of animals alive. You go outside, you can see birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, fish. And just the same, back in the Mesozoic, the time period that dinosaurs lived, there are a bunch of different groups of animals alive, right? So if we're going to talk about dinosaurs, we should be able to identify a dinosaur when we see one. Now, generally, scientists will look at all the different physical features and characteristics an animal has to group it with other ones that are similar. Like, for instance, you may have never seen a certain type of cat. Maybe you've never seen an ocelot before, or a lynx. But as soon as you see it, you're like, that's some type of cat, because it shares characteristics with all the other cats you know. Now, the same thing applies for dinosaurs, but I thought we'd make it a little bit easier and kind of talk about the two major things that make any animal a dinosaur. And to do that, we're going to go back about 230 million years. That's a long time ago. And guess what, guys? Dinosaurs were the first group of animals to ever completely abandon life in water and live only on land, right? And if you live only on land, your legs are going to be functioning and shaped a little bit differently. Here's what I want you guys to do right now. I want everyone to pretend they are standing up and being a crocodile, right? So if you're standing up, you're an alligator, you're a crocodile, you got your arms out to the side. Now imagine if you're on land and you're like running around, you're kind of like doing a push-up as you run around and move, right? It's not the most efficient, it's not the easiest way to run, right? Versus you guys and me and mammals, legs come straight down under their body. And when your legs are straight under your body rather than out to the side and then down, you can move a lot faster and more efficiently. And I think that's the most important thing to make a dinosaur a dinosaur. And so here's a screen that kind of shows exactly what I mean by that. On the left, we got all the reptiles, alligators, crocodiles, turtles, that type of thing. Their legs, they're called sprawling. They come out to the sides. And it kind of makes sense if you're in water, right? Because you can push water from side to side. But if you live on land like a dinosaur like us, and your legs are right under your body, you can move a lot faster and more efficiently. And so, for instance, our friend Dimetrodon, who we often see is depicted with dinosaurs, first of all, lived way before the dinosaurs. And second, it's not a dino, because you can see how its legs come out to the side and then go down, versus Oranosaurus or T-Rex or Velociraptor or Brontosaurus. Legs are straight down on the body. That means it is a dinosaur. Now, clearly though, on the right here, it says dinos and mammals. We're all mammals. We have our legs under our body, but I'm not, Kristina, last time I checked, I don't think we're dinosaurs, right?
I wish, but I don't think so.
We are not. So it's got to be more than just the legs under their body. And so I have made for you guys forever and ever to keep and remember and hold on to a very simple 2-question flow chart to determine if any animal you're looking at ever is a dinosaur. Here it is. First, are its legs directly under your body? We already covered that. Sure, it's got its leg under its body, but to become a dinosaur, it has to also have scales or feathers. So any animal ever, alive or dead, that has its legs right under its body and has scales or feathers, that animal is a dinosaur. There's a couple very, very small exceptions, but for the most part, that animal is a dinosaur. So my question for you guys now is, any animal alive today that has its legs right under its body and it has scales or feathers, are there any animals alive today that would qualify as dinosaurs? I see a few hands. Kristina, should we call on someone? Should we get an answer from someone?
Yes, I saw Jude first. Actually, are you ready, Jude? I'm asking you, and you may need to click. There you go.
When I saw the Dimetrodon and the Oranosaurus picture that you guys showed, the Oranosaurus also had its legs like down, but like the Dimetrodon.
Well, you can see, if you look at it from the side, it looks a lot more like this, like an alligator or crocodile. Maybe this isn't the best picture, but they're pretty much straight under it. So I'm going to ask you, while you're here, Jude, talking, are there any animals you can think of that are alive today that have their legs right under their body and have scales or feathers?
Birds.
Bing, 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 bing. You guys, guess what? Dinosaurs aren't extinct. When we say dinosaurs are extinct, we mean all non-flying or non-avian dinosaurs. But every single bird on this planet today is not just descendant from dinosaurs. It literally is a dinosaur. So all the birds you see outside your window, the chicken you eat, the turkey you eat for Thanksgiving, those are all dinosaurs, which is pretty cool in my book, because that means there are animals alive today that we can look at. We can see how they're colored, how they move, how they behave, how they eat, how they take care of their young. And that can tell us a lot about what things like T-Rex, who hasn't been alive for 67 million years, what their life may have been like. And so when we talk about dinosaurs being extinct, we mean non-birds. And we're going to do a whole day about like the coolest living bird dinosaurs. Because in fact, there are as many birds, types of birds on this planet right now, types of dinosaurs on this planet right now, as there are mammals like you and me and cats, amphibians like frogs, and other reptiles like turtles. All of those combined, there's about the same number of birds. So birds, aka dinosaurs, are alive and very, very well. They're doing just fine. Now, one thing I do want to mention, guys, like I said, there's a lot of different animals alive today. Same thing back in the day when dinosaurs were alive. So there are some really cool ones that aren't technically dinosaurs. Now, some of you guys actually voted for these as your favorite group, which is perfectly cool. So first of all, we got pterosaurs. So pterosaurs are flying reptiles. They're technically not dinosaurs for a number of reasons, but they're really, really cool. They're the first animals on this planet with a backbone. Can you guys all feel your spine? That big bunch of bones down the middle of your back. Pterosaurs are the first animals, vertebrates with a backbone, just like us, on their back on this planet to be able to fly. Before that, insects, but these guys were the first things with bones able to take off and fly. And they came in all different shapes and sizes, like Quetzalcoatlus, which is like a 15 to 20 foot wingspan, which is huge. Oh, I'm sorry, 36 foot wingspan. It's 50 to 20 feet tall, a giant, largest animal to ever fly. Plus, you guys have probably heard of Pteranodon and Pterodactyl, a little bit smaller. Those guys are pretty cool as well. Also, remember I said no dinosaur ever lived in water? Well, during the time of the dinosaurs, the seas were full with some pretty menacing marine reptiles. Not dinosaurs, but definitely ruling and crushing it in the seas. On the bottom left, it's a Mosasaurus. You might remember Mosasaurus from Jurassic World, trying to eat that big shark. And then in the bottom right, we have Plesiosaurs, which basically look like Loch Ness monsters. And the ones across the top are called Ichthyosaurs. They're basically kind of like chubby four-flipper dolphins. None of these guys are around anymore, went extinct like all the non-flying dinos, but very cool, lived at the same time as dinos. All right, so, and this, which actually brings me to our next poll, because we're going to talk almost exclusively about dinosaurs. You guys, we're curious to know, which of these is your favorite non-dinosaur? Do you like Dimetrodon, Pteranodon, Mosasaurus, an alligator, a woolly mammoth, or Smilodon, which is a saber-toothed cat? Which of these not dinosaurs is your favorite?
And now that you know how to identify a dino, we do have some favorite living and extinct non-dinos.
Yeah. What's your favorite, Kristina?
Oh, this is tough. I'm leaning Mosasaur. Yeah, Mosasaurus.
Nice. We have a lot of votes for the saber-toothed cat, the Smilodon. That's a cool one.
Woolly mammoth is in the lead at the moment.
Yeah. Our voter turnout is a little bit low. That's okay. Not everyone's registered to vote yet, I guess. Democracy, we're working on it.
It's true. And as a reminder, since we're here, I'm seeing some hands up. And even if we don't get to hear your voice, you can add your questions or your thoughts in the chat. You can have a grown-up help you enter them in the chat, just in case we don't get to every raised hand. And if you want to be working on your T-Rex drawing, our Paleo Art Gallery walk is coming up in a little while. So remember to be working on your T-Rex drawing if that's something you want to do today.
Let me share these results so everyone can see how we did. Yeah, it looks like the woolly mammoth. We got a lot of woolly mammoth fans. That's cool. Woolly mammoths. It's one of those animals that lived alongside. People were alive at the same time as woolly mammoths, not people and dinosaurs. That didn't quite happen. So yeah, I love that you guys have a bunch of questions and comments. And so we're going to play one more game and then we're going to get into all these questions because we got to set the scene. This is Dinoventure or number one. We're going to be here next Sunday and the following Sunday. We got a lot to learn about dinosaurs. So I want to see where your guys' heads are at as we dive into this. But first, we have everyone's second favorite game. We played Dino Not a Dino. That's everyone's favorite game. This is everyone's second favorite game. It is an at-home scavenger hunt. So, Kristina, are you ready to help administer the scavenger hunt. And you guys, it's not just Kristina playing. Every single one of you hearing my voice right now is going to be a part of our very special inaugural scavenger hunt. Kristina, scale 1 to 10, how excited are you?
Oh man, 9.5, because that last half is a little nervous.
It's a little, that's fair. That's fair. These are going to be very easy. Here's how this is going to work, guys. There are going to be 3 rounds. For each round, I'm going to give you a prompt or a hint or a clue or a thing you have to go in your home, find, bring back to the screen and show us. Each round will get a little bit harder than the last. So the first round is pretty easy. Are you guys ready? Can I get some thumbs up if you're ready for the scavenger hunt? Oh, we got a lot of thumbs up. Okay. All right. So we're only going to give you like 20 seconds or so. You got to make a quick pick for whatever you're going to bring back to us. Kristina's ready. Her hands are up. Here we go. I need you guys in about 20 seconds to find and bring back to the screen and hold up something that is your favorite color. Anything that is your favorite color. I see Marco's already done. He's found some green glasses. He's into green. Sandro's got like, it looks like a reddish color crayon. Kristina, I wonder what you're going to get. Vedyan's got something blue. We've got lots of different colors here. I love this. I see, okay. I see Miles is here. Miles, I think you need to go get something that's your favorite color and bring it back.
Oh, I see on Mitch's screen, we have 2 different favorite colors represented.
Who should we start with? Let's see. Yeah, if you brought up something that's your favorite color, please hold it up. We want to see it because I'm very curious to see what everyone's favorite color is. So Kristina, is orange, yellowish orange your favorite?
Yeah, like this dark yellow.
Okay. Okay, that's good. I see James. James, hold that up. Is that blue? You like the dark blue? You're into the blue Post-it notes. I feel you. Feel you. I like that one a lot. Jude, is that green? You like green, Jude? Okay, Jude's on team green. Let's see who else has got something. Hold up whatever you're into. Marco's also on team green.
Oh, Joe's on team green too.
Oh, a lot of team green. Sandra, hold that up close to the screen. Okay, red. We got red. Rayanch, red as well for you. Okay. Ethan, I like the gray. I'm a fan of the gray. Grayish blue. Let's see. Oh, Vedyan's got blue. It looks like a dinosaur too. Kaylin, oh, a tie between pink and purple. What do you see, Kristina?
I see Nate has a red apple.
Okay.
Iris, is that pink?
Ooh, Natalie, hold that a little closer, Natalie. It looks blue. I can't tell. Oh, it's green. It's green.
Team green. Okay. Everett is that a red car or a pink car? Or something else entirely? Pink.
Pink. Mitch looks like he's got yellow. Miles and Sam apparently have blue and green Post-it notes, which I appreciate. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, that was easy. That was the warm-up. That was round 1. You can put your favorite color things away. It's cool to see everyone's different favorite colors.
No, it's over the place. It's the first day of class. We should get to know each other.
Fair. All right. Speaking of getting to know each other, you guys, this is prompt number 2 for our scavenger hunt. You have 20 seconds. This doesn't necessarily have to be your absolute favorite, but we would love it if you brought to the screen a book that you really like. It can be your favorite. Doesn't have to be just one you're into now. It's a book that you really like. Bring it to the screen. I'm excited to see how many of these are dinosaur books. Probably gonna be a lot of dinosaur books.
Wonder how many will be.
Ooh, James has Dinosaurium. That's a really good book. Mozart. Iris has got a book called hold it a little bit closer. Mozart. Ooh, I like that. We got Mozart. Marco has. Can't hold it closer, Marco. The glare is making that hard to read. Okay, that's cool. Oh, we have a Harry Potter fan with Sandro. Ethan's got a book called Crunch. That's a cool name. Ooh. What are you holding, Kristina?
I have Geology and Paleontology of 18 Mile Creek.
Of course you do. Nerd. Love it. We had Clackety Track. These are some good, Jumanji. I like that I'm getting some suggestions. I'm going to read these later. We got a Narwhal book, Nature's Aquatic Unicorn. Everyone loves narwhals.
Yeah, they are. Nate has some very important dinosaurs. I like that.
Tony's got a book called Dog Man. Okay.
What's this that Miles and Sam have?
Oh, Miles and Sam in the neon yellow. That is a book called Dinosaur A to Z that was written by some guy. I can't remember his name. Dustin, me. I wrote that book. That's a really cool book. I'm glad you guys are holding up Dinosaur A to Z. I love it. Ooh, Nate's got a different dinosaur encyclopedia from DK Books, a very important dinosaur. Nice. Let's see. Mitch you guys have 2? You got a digger one and something else. I can't see. It's too far away.
There's is maybe a train. Is train related? Digger and the flower. Oh.
Karen, can you put your book closer? It looks like it's a blue book. I can't see what the title is though. Although keep coming closer. Keep coming.
Thoughts of dog.
Thoughts of dog.
Always
We'll start Dogventures next Saturday, but this is Dinoventures. We got a Pokemon book. All right, you guys are readers too. I love reading. I love diving into especially dinosaur encyclopedias. All right, Kristina, you ready for the toughest round 3? Are you guys ready? You can put your books away. You're gonna need both hands for this one. This is round 3. The points are tripled. The totally real, not at all imaginary points that I'm making up right now are tripled for round 3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please bring to the camera a dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring us a dinosaur. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. Okay. I'm wondering what species we're gonna have. See, someone's wall is covered. Natalie's wall has dinos on it. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, we have a pterosaur as well.
10 more seconds. Ooh, we got multiple ones. We're gonna have to go through these to see all these. These are great.
Yeah, we have some dino fans. And you just learned that there are some, you know how to identify a dino now. So a bird does count.
It's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that. You're right. If anyone wants to run outside, capture a bird, like bring it in your bare hand.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. All right, let's see. We got James with what I believe to be a T-Rex. We have Jude holding a blue, maybe brontosaurus, apatosaurus, some type of sauropod, the long neck boy. Kristina, can you identify what Iris has there?
Oh, Iris, is that a T-Rex? Looks like a T-Rex. Today.
Does it have sunglasses, or am I just seeing?
You're seeing what you want to see, Dustin.
Okay. Kristina, you're holding what, a Triceratops there?
Yeah, I have a Triceratops made out of Legos.
Okay, cool. That's very cool. What else? We got Marco with another T-Rex. It looks like Sandro's got a T-Rex. Ethan K, you guys have 2 different. One might be a Spinosaurus, maybe. Yeah, it looks like a Spinosaurus and a T-Rex. Nice. Vedyan's got what looks like a T-Rex. Natalie's got a T-Rex. I'm glad we picked T-Rex for a dino of the day. It makes sense. Tony's got a T-Rex.
Oh, Amelia has one too.
Kristina, what does it look like Mitch has?
I'm looking for Mitch. Okay, I see a T-Rex, and then you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let it out, please.
I haven't seen one of those in toy form in a long time. I'm pretty sure that's an Amargasaurus. Is that, yeah? Did I nail that?
Incredible.
Yeah. I love that. That's one of those long neck sauropods, but it's got a bunch of weird frills like on the back of its neck. Very cool. Nate has an entire book. Say that again?
Vedyan has a Tarbosaurus. That's a good one. That's a good carnivore.
That's a good big carnivore. People don't know about that. It looks like Amelia has a T-Rex. Miles and Sam appear to be holding a Parasaurolophus, which has got that big head crest on the back of its head. It's type of duckbill. And Sam is holding, I think, some sort of brontosaurus, apatosaurus. Very cool.
Natalie came back in with an enormous dinosaur. Natalie for scale.
Nice. Karen, can you hold that a little bit closer? It's green, but I can't tell what it is exactly. It's either a T-Rex or maybe a raptor. T-Rex, maybe a raptor. I think, you know what, you and Joe, I think you're holding a raptor. Is that a raptor, Joe? Velociraptor? Yeah. I think cool. The last 2 we saw are Karen and Joe's got Velociraptors. Nice.
Tony is being eaten by a dinosaur at the moment. Tony, look out.
You can't get eaten on the first time we do this, and you won't be here next week.
We did tell them to bring back a dinosaur.
That's true.
We might be liable for what happens when they do.
Who even knows? You guys want to see the dino I have with me? Anyone want to see? It just happens to be part of the dino of the day. This is kind of cheating. Well, this isn't cheating because this is a necklace, which I should have worn, that has a T-Rex on it. This is my favorite piece of jewelry. This is T-Rex necklace. But that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you is my favorite fossil replica, and it is from our dino of the day. You guys, if I was about to show you a piece of a T-Rex, what part of a T-Rex would you guess I was going to show you? You could probably point at it on your own body if you want. Head? If I had a T-Rex head, it would be like, you guys, a T-Rex skull would be this big. It'd be too big for me to carry.
Natalie's doing tooth, so is Tony.
Yeah.
I have some tooth guesses. Oh, I'm seeing some arm bones, maybe.
It's just a banana. It's not a banana. It's an entire T-Rex tooth. You guys, this is a replica, a model of a T-Rex tooth. You know it's a model because it's 2 different colors. If it was a real fossil, fossils, and we'll talk about fossils next time, are actually rocks, so they'd be all one color. But this is a replica of a T-Rex tooth. First of all, they're enormous, obviously. Second of all, they're curved, right? So anything it's biting and like trying to swallow, it's not getting out of its mouth. And the coolest thing I think about these is this is a replica because you can't see it. But have your parents ever showed you or let you use like a steak knife, like a really sharp knife? It has those little grooves on the edge, those little sharp grooves. They're called serrations. And T-Rex teeth had those same serrations on 2 different edges. So it's basically like a double-sided steak knife. And they're enormous. And I call them murder bananas. I think murder banana is a good nickname for a T-Rex tooth. Oh, also, we should mention T-Rex as our dino of the day. You guys, their bite, the force, the strength of their bite is stronger than any animal that has ever lived on land. Some water animals like Megalodon, a giant shark, maybe a bit stronger. But as far as animals on land, T-Rex, strongest bite force ever. Couple that with murder bananas that have serrations on 2 different edges. And guess what? They're not chewing their food, right? We have teeth. You can use your tongue. Feel the teeth in the front of your mouth. Those are kind of sharp, right? But if you use your tongue to feel the teeth in the back of your mouth, they're more rough and bumpy. And that's because we eat all types of food, stuff we need to cut and then stuff we need to chew and grind up in the back. T-Rex didn't have anything to grind. They're just biting whole chunks of animal, swallowing those chunks whole. And then guess what? Pooping them out with bones still in it. And we know that because we found fossilized T-Rex poop. Did you guys know that poop can fossilize? Poop can fossilize. It's crazy. We found T-Rex fossilized poop. It's called a coprolite. Kristina, can you drop that word in the chat? It's called a coprolite. And those coprolites, that T-Rex poop that's fossilized, half of it is bone. So like imagine eating like a chicken wing, just eating the whole chicken wing, and then you poop out a bunch of its bone. It sounds like it would hurt, but I think T-Rex seemed to get along just fine doing it. That's my favorite T-Rex fact. Favorite T-Rex facts. Oh, speaking of facts, Kristina, I think it's time for our Q&A.
It is. It is. And Jude put a good fun fact in the chat when we're talking about nature. Another word for poop is dung.
That is true. Dung. There's dungologists, or they're actually called scatologists. SCAT. Scat is another word for dung. So now kids, if you grow up, if you study and you grow up, if you grow up while studying science, you can be a poop doctor, a poop scientist. It's true.
It's true.
Very true.
Now is a great time for your questions. You can either put them in the chat or have a grown-up help you type your questions into the chat, or raise your hand and we'll get to as many questions as we can.
Yeah, Kristina, I will let you select and unmute. Let's get through them. We should probably do about 10 minutes of questions before we look at these drawings.
Sounds good. And for those not asking questions at the moment, you have this time to finish up your T-Rex, your dino of the day.
Cool.
Ethan K, are you ready? I'll ask you to unmute. You can click the button now. What's your question?
About the T-Rex. The T-Rex and the lion is, the T-Rex is the king of the dinosaurs, and the lion is the king of the jungle, but they're just different kind of types. I saw purple.
Okay. So he's saying they're both kings of the jungle, but it's different jungles at different times.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Okay. Are you a big lion fan? Do you like lions a lot?
Yeah.
Cool. You know what, Kristina, next time maybe we should ask people what their favorite living animal is. That's a good question next time. Cool.
Good point.
Who's next?
And I like the idea of comparing an animal that we're familiar with that maybe we could see in the wild or in a zoo to something that used to be alive. We can use it to compare and think about, how does it interact with its environment? It's the ruler of its area. Why are birds, this is from Mitch in the chat, why are birds your favorite type of dino?
They're not I don't know that birds are my favorite type. The birdie boy, yeah, you're right. I put birdie boys, and that includes like Velociraptor and Deinonychus, probably because they were some of the first, like Velociraptor-like ones, were some of the first dinosaurs that we realized were actually like very active and like deadly predators and probably smart. versus like before that, like if you ask your parents when they're growing up, generally the view of dinosaurs are like this giant, like slow lumbering thing, dragging its tail around behind it. But it was animals like Velociraptor and the Bitey boys and the Birdie boys that showed us, no, these things were warm blooded and they can move and they can hunt and they can run really fast. And it makes them much more athletic and real feeling to me than like a cartoon character kind of like just plodding around. So that's why I like those. I'm going to do one other question in the chat because I see it twice from Marcos. You asked about, you said no dinosaurs lived in water, but didn't Spinosaurus partly live in the water? Yes. So we think Spinosaurus spent some time hunting in water. So when I say no dinosaurs lived in water, I mean no dinosaurs lived only in water. So some may have lived like along the coastline, came in the water to swim and hunt maybe, but no dinosaurs lived just in water. Like you have to spend some of your time on land to be a dinosaur. That's a good clarification. Good question. We should have a whole Spinosaurus day because they're so weird.
It's true. And there's so much new Spinosaurus science coming out right now.
Yeah.
You learn something new about this one every day. There's existing. Yeah. 2-minute questions to get to. Miles and Sam.
Ooh,
Miles and Sam, I'm about to unmute you. You can click the button now. What is your question?
So my question is, why to be a dinosaur, you have to spend part of your time on land?
You have to spend almost all of your time on land. And the reason it goes back to what we talked about all the way at the beginning about what features or adaptations, what parts of a dinosaur's body let us know it's a dinosaur. Remember, if you live on land, you can move a lot better and faster standing upright like a dinosaur versus in water when your legs are spread inside. And it's very easy for you guys to try this. Like you can do a race if you have a friend or your parent. One of you be on one side, you stand on one side of the room, both of you guys, and then one person can simply walk to the other side of the room while the other person tries to move like a crocodile on the ground. And you'll see the person standing upright with their legs right under them can move a lot faster and easier. And that's why dinosaurs were able to survive on land for millions and millions of years. Good question. I like your smiley face border too. That's nice.
Yeah. We brought the stuffy dinosaurs that you got me. Yeah, and me.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. All right, who's next?
Jude. Jude, go ahead. You should be able to click the button now.
Jude, hit us.
I've watched Planet Dinosaur a lot, and I know these facts from that show. Okay, so Spinosaurus is known to live in water, right?
Sometimes.
So mostly, it was a fish eater, but the way it hunted was different than most fish. It had pressure sensors at the end of its snout right here.
Tell him.
And then it could strike without seeing in the water.
Hey, Jude, do you want a job? Do you want to be our co-host? Jude, yeah, I love Spinosaurus and I love their skulls. We'll get into that, but you're absolutely right. I assume, Jude, you've probably seen like an alligator or crocodile skull. And it's got those same little depressions and divots along like the jawline. And you're right, those are pressure sensors. So when a fish swims by, it pushes the water hits those pressure sensors. And you're right, Spinosaurus or crocodile knows the food is there before it even sees it, slams its jaws down. Love that. And that's exactly what we mean by looking at animals that are alive today, like birds and like crocodiles, so we can figure out a lot more about dinosaurs that haven't been alive for a really long time. Jude, that's a great point. Thank you. We're going to do a whole Spinosaurus day for sure. Kristina, who's next?
Kaylin. Kaylin is next. Go ahead,
Cool.
Kaylin. Also, I think that dinosaurs are really cool.
This is true. This is very true. Why do you think they're cool? A lot of people have different reasons. Why do you like them?
Because they have really sharp teeth and they eat lots of dinosaurs.
It's true. Hey, that's enough for me. That's a good reason. Thank you, Kaylin. You're
agree,
right.
Kaylin.
You're not wrong. No lies detected. You're correct. Kristina, who's next?
I am checking the gallery. James, you're up.
This is a good reminder, you guys, in about 5 to 6 minutes, we're going to show off our T-Rex drawings. James, you are up. What's your question, James?
I don't really have a question, but this is what I made.
Oh, we're gonna get to the drawings in a minute. We're gonna show that off in just a second, I promise. Also, James, I like your hair. I think James, we're hair twins right now. I like it. We're into it. Okay, Kristina.
Okay, Dad's doing a crazy dance. Do it.
Oh, look at all these long hair friends. All right. Kristina, who's next? What other? Oh,
Long hair friends.
we had one from Nehemia, right?
Hi,
Nehemiah.
I said that all wrong. Nehemiah, I'm going to bring you to the front. What is your question?
How did dinosaurs get strong legs?
How do they get strong legs? It's a good question. I think they probably use them a lot, right? It's hard to get strong legs if you sit in front of a computer all day long and don't use your legs. So like I go outside, I play soccer, I run around, I play basketball. That gives me strong legs. So I bet dinosaurs that were outside running around, either trying to hunt and find food or running away from something that was trying to make it dinner, probably helped them get pretty strong legs. And you need strong legs if you're on land, right? In water, you don't need them to be as strong. On land, you need strong legs to move around. Do you got strong legs, sir? No, not yet.
Legs.
Well, this time.
Every time I run, that makes I still have small legs, like I
Listen,
usually did, but I have none of the legs.
Listen, you have plenty of time to keep training those legs. You're going to be a marathoner one day, or a soccer player, or a basketball, or whatever you want to do. Thank you for your question.
Well, I'm a big fan of dinosaurs, actually.
Same.
And velociraptors.
Same. All right, Kristina, who's next?
Sandro, you're up. What's your question? I'm trying to find you so I can.
I got it.
Got it?
Sandro, hit us. Go ahead. Sandro, you got to unmute yourself first, though.
Did T-Rex lose their teeth?
Yeah, great question. So one of the reasons why we know so much about dinosaur teeth is because almost every type of dinosaur continuously grew teeth, shed them, and then grew new ones. Like we as human beings, we have our baby teeth, they fall out, and then we get our permanent adult teeth. Like these are the same ones I've had since I've been, a little bit older than you guys. Whereas dinosaurs, much like sharks, will grow ones, they use them, it falls out, a new one grows, they use it, it gets broken off, it falls out, a new one grows. So they're always growing new teeth. And that's why teeth are the thing you find more than any other type of fossil, right? If you're out at a fossil dig site, an animal, it's only going to have one arm for its whole life. If their arm falls off, it's not going to grow a new arm bone, but its teeth are always falling out and growing new ones, falling out and growing new ones. So you find way more teeth than anything else. Cool question.
Yeah, just like us. I see in the chat from Rayansh, how did dinosaurs become extinct?
Cool. I'm going to highlight you just so we can see the smart face that asked this question. How did dinosaurs become extinct? Well, first of all, they're not extinct. Birds are here. But all of the non-flying dinosaurs, like your T-Rexes or Triceratops, those are all extinct. You're right. And we're going to do a whole day on extinction. Like today, we're talking about just intro. What is a dino? Next week, we're going to talk about how do we even know any of this? How does a dinosaur become a fossil? How do we use fossils to know anything about dinosaurs? And then the third week from now, that's extinction. How and why did they go extinct? There's some pretty good ideas and pretty good evidence, but maybe you guys can do some of your own research and bring your ideas 2 Sundays from now. So we're going to hold that question for now. It's a great question. I think we have time for maybe 2 more questions, Kristina.
We do. I'm just checking the chat to make sure because I see that Jude has a second question, but I want to make sure that everyone has had their first chance just in case. Okay, we'll go. I see now Jude, then Ethan.
Okay, Jude. Uh-oh, Jude, you're muted. There we go. Hit us, Jude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, dinosaurs also suffered from memory loss.
Right at the wrong moment.
Jude, think about it. We'll come back to you. No worries. It happens to me all the time. Kristina, who's our other question?
Ethan. Ethan, go ahead.
How fast can a T-Rex run?
Ooh, really good question. How fast can a T-Rex run? It's hard to know. And in fact, recent studies indicate that probably the fastest T-Rexes were teenagers, because by the time they got to full size, their bodies just were like too big to run at top speed. So we think like teenage T-Rexes are probably the fastest, and probably somewhere in, we're not exactly sure, but somewhere in like the 12 to 20 mile per hour range. Maybe slightly faster, but they're not so fast. In fact, I was really curious about this, and on my YouTube channel, which is simply the Dinosaur Show on YouTube, I did a video where I raced a T-Rex. I figured out if it would have catch me and eat me. So that's you guys can watch that later, but we're not sure. Probably, I'm guessing 15 to 25 miles per hour, somewhere in there. And the fastest dinosaurs, by the way, the very fastest, like the runny ones, like Gallimimus, more like 40, 45 miles per hour. So T-Rex was definitely not the fastest. Great question. All right, let's see. Jude, are you ready for your question?
So, I still can't remember. Hold on. Remember.
Okay, it's okay, Jude. We're gonna go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah has a question. I'm gonna add you. You keep thinking, Jude. Nehemiah, go ahead. Did you have a question?
So how dinosaurs came alive is they extracted the DNA and they made dinosaurs they made dinosaurs because they made mosquitoes.
So someone has seen Jurassic Park, I think. I think that is the plot of Jurassic Park. There's a lot to unpack there. At this point, Jurassic Park is not real. Like, it's a fantasy in that we don't have enough good DNA to bring back dinosaurs. In fact, DNA, we're getting into the weeds here, but DNA degrades or like breaks down way too quickly. Like, the oldest like good DNA we have is only about 1 million years old. And dinosaurs are like 67 million years old, so way older. So we just don't have the material yet to be able to bring them back to life. Hey, but maybe one day, and maybe one of you guys will be the first dino scientist that's able to create a real life Jurassic Park. Speaking of creating our very own real life Jurassic Parks, we've done it via your drawings today, right, Kristina?
We have an entire park of T-Rexes.
Whole park of T-Rexes. So guys, if you hold up your drawing, you're gonna have to hold it up pretty close to the screen. I'm gonna spotlight your image, and we're gonna check it out. We'll start with Kristina's here. Kristina, hold that up to the screen.
I was just demonstrating how our friends here might show us that they're ready to have their spotlighted. I just have this notebook that I spilled coffee on. But
your T-Rex has a cloaking device? It's got a cloaking device that makes it invisible?
It's an invisible T-Rex.
That's crazy. That's bonkers. All right, Sandra, I see you're holding a piece of paper. Can you hold that up to the screen so we can see it? Ooh, I like this tiger stripes on that. That's a good T-Rex.
Oh yeah, the counter shading.
Oh, you had a model to base off
to work with.
That's really smart. That's really smart. I'm gonna add this one here. Oh, a T-Rex and a baby, little baby T-Rex. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh man, it's a ruler. It's got a crown and a fancy robe.
Love that.
With an apple for scale. Good job, Iris.
Oh, another one. I like the stripes on the back of this one. Good job, Troy. That's a good looking dino. Good looking.
Sue's sister.
Ooh, Sue's sister. Sue is a famous T-Rex on Twitter and at the Field Museum. Let's see.
Well done, Marco.
Jude, hold that. Oh, I like this. It's good. I like this one. That looks like something I would draw. I'm more of a simple, basic minimalism. I'm into it. Oh, this one's got a little bit of color, or maybe the lighting in that room is just, oh no, it's on a colored piece of paper. That's what it is. Dedian, that is good looking. I think I see some grass there too. You're gonna have the environment as well. It's important. It's important. I like that.
My interpretation was those are some murder bananas.
Oh, murder bananas. Those are helpful too. Oh, it's a watering hole, Jude. Cool. Oh, a green one. I like this one, Natalie. I like the green T-Rex. That's good.
Oh, Team Green.
You got a little tail. That one's real good.
You have an animal, a real life non-dino animal in your arms, I can see.
Yep. Ooh, how about this one? Kristina, how do you feel about this one right here?
Re-spotlight, please.
Yeah, I've unspotlighted everyone by accident. Where did you go? Where did that beautiful drawing that was just being held up go?
I
Hold
know.
that drawing. Oh, there it is. It's Mitch's. Hold on, Mitch. We're adding you. Look at that. That belongs in a museum. That's Picasso-esque right there.
Put that in a museum. It has all of the important parts.
Into it. Let's go to Nate and Miriam. Oh, it looks like the one from like the error screen on like the computer, the Microsoft thingy. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like
when there's no internet, it's just
yeah, exactly. The no internet dinosaur. Ooh, I like the zoomed in mouth shot here. That's good.
Yeah. One is very toothy and the other is very friendly. They're counterparts to each other.
Yep, that's great. Love those. Oh, look at this one. This one I'm here for.
Oh. Person for scale.
Nice. It's always good to have that. I like
Dino
that.
Fund.
I like the boxy nature of this particular one. That's most. All right, we got one more from Karen here. Guys, we're coming up on our time together. Single tier. This is beautiful. This is a great place to end it.
It's a whole dino party.
Dino menagerie. I love this.
Yeah. We have a variety. We have stripy dinos. We have spotty dinos. We have teeth of all sizes, and they're all smiles.
All smile. You guys, these have been great. Kristina, is that not one of the greatest galleries of paleo art you've ever seen?
I am impressed. I'm impressed
very
with the variety and the attention to scientific detail.
Love it. You guys, I love seeing those. We wanted to kind of give you guys a chance to express yourselves, be a little creative today, because remember, this is our first Dinoventures. We're going to be here every Sunday. Today, we're figured out what exactly is a dinosaur. We talked about what I believe to be the king of the dinosaurs. This is our last poll for the day. I'm curious to know, do you guys think that we should make T-Rex America's favorite official dinosaur? Do you think we should make T-Rex America's favorite official dinosaur, or do you need more information? You want to hold out and vote once we've done more of these sessions? You have more information about different species. I'm going to launch the poll. Curious to know. If you need a parent to read this to you, you can have them read it to you.
I'll read it out loud.
Okay,
I can't choose yet because I still need to come to more Dinoventures to learn more about the greatest group of animals to ever exist.
Yeah.
Once I have more information, I will then make an informed decision based on what the science says and what's in my heart.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 6 votes for yes, T-Rex official dino. We have 5 votes for choosing later. 3 votes for no. People are like, no, not T-Rex. I like that. Listen, we have a lot more to learn about when it comes to these dinos. So we'll see. Well, maybe we'll do this poll again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right now, America's dino is the bald eagle, which is pretty cool. But I do want to continue on our quest to find our favorite extinct dino.
We'll get there. We will get there. Last final order of business, guys. Remember, every Sunday, we're going to be here next Sunday. Next Sunday, we are talking about, let's see, how a dinosaur becomes a fossil. If you want to stay up on your dino knowledge between them, youtube.com/The Dinosaur Show. You'll see myself and a bunch of videos with Kristina as well. Next week, again, we're doing fossilization. I should also mention, if this is your first time doing a thing with Dadventures, there's a bunch of different options outside of dinosaurs. I mean, obviously, dinosaurs are your favorite, but we have second loves as well. Here's some other things you guys can get into. Make sure you follow Dadventures to stay abreast of all the cool things happening. Kristina, do you have any final last words before we bid everyone adieu?
Thank you so much for coming and spending part of your weekend learning about dinos with us. It's our favorite thing to talk about and learn about. I learned new dino facts from you today. So great to see you or meet you. Welcome to Dinoventures.
Yeah, I'm excited we get to do this next week and the following weekend. I'm excited to see what you guys bring as far as like toy dinosaurs next week as well. This is your challenge for next week and for you too, Kristina. I know you have a T-Rex mug, but I don't see you wearing any dinosaur gear. So next week, you guys, next Sunday, your challenge is to come up wearing some sort of, it can be a sock, it can be a shirt, whatever. I want to see what kind of dino fashion you guys have next week. Should be a fun time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We are done for today. We'll see you next Sunday, same dino time, same dino place. Until then, I do not care if you're asking questions, searching for dinosaurs, or simply scooping ice cream. Never stop digging. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Thank you for coming to Dinoventures. I love all of you guys. I love dinosaurs even more. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.